Okay, good morning, everybody. Today's Taste Life Nutrition Radio and podcast streaming live on KUHSdenver.com. Today's going to be part 2. So last week we talked about genetics. We talked about my particular genetics. It's a variant called ApoE44. So it's apolipoprotein E44. And what does that mean? So on paper, it shows that I have an increased risk, like a huge increased risk for Alzheimer's disease. It also increases my risk for cardiovascular disease, stroke, dementia, all of the fun things. But it also has pushed me to research. This is what has pushed me to learn more about epigenetics for myself, for my family, for my clients, for my patients, for everyone. And so there's so much cool information. It really is a fascinating variant to have. It's like 2 to 3% of the population actually has it, but it's also protective, right? So we talked about that last week. So if you missed it last week, listen to it because it's kind of obviously the beginning of what we're going to talk about today. So today we're going to kind of make it the practical, right? What does it look like for me to support this particular genotype? Or if I'm supporting clients and patients with this variant, what does that look like, right? So we look at specific labs and markers that we want to understand and optimize, right? We look at fibers and carbs and fat and protein, specifically carbs and fats, specifically carbs and saturated fats. And what does that look like for me? And how do I have to manage that? So we also look at movement and strength and VO2 max. We look at sleep and brain recovery. Super important. We look at detoxification, supplements, nutrients, hormone health. What does it look like for someone like me and hormone replacement therapy at my phase in life, right? What are the advanced therapies that can be super beneficial for cognitive health, for detoxification, and to ensure that that this doesn't express, right? That's the whole goal of this. It's to optimize the good and suppress what can be negative about this. But it's not just this. I mean, there are lots and lots of genes like this, right? They do good and they do bad. And it's all based on the choices that we make every day. So join us. We're coming in 10 a.m. Mountain Time, streaming live on KUHSdenver.com. So go to KUHSdenver.com. We're working with our technology, but you should also find us on both Facebook pages, on Instagram, on YouTube, KUHS YouTube, and then my YouTube. Anyway, and then you'll find us where you find your favorite podcast. Rumble. We're on Rumble now as well. So, I'm super excited. I really enjoy talking about this, even though it's kind of has the potential to be a little bit freaky for me, although I'm used to it at this point and I do the things that I do to take care of it. But for anybody who doesn't know or who wants to know, knowledge is power, man, right? So we want to have this understanding of our body so we know how to partner with it, right? We don't live in fear, we live in curiosity. Okay, so we'll see you coming up here in about 20 minutes, coming up live. If you have questions, feel free to post them. I'll do my best to get to them. Okay, see you later.